Frankie Campbell, my fellow graduates of the class of 2020, and honored guests. Today, I would like to thank you and display our gratitude towards you for your encouragement and faith during these trying times. It has been a rather untraditional but rewarding journey to the end of our high school years. We appreciate you for your captivating words and all look forward to someday pursuing a life-changing path that will change our nation. We are much obliged to have your contribution and guidance awarded to us. You have given us tokens that we can and will carry on into the rest of our lives, along with limitless challenges. Our thanks nor appreciation can be measured enough to reward you for the knowledge you have shared with us today. Without a doubt, you have left a lasting impression and definitely gave a new outlook to many, if not all of us present. Although circumstances have not allowed for a traditional ceremony, you could not have done a better job at encouraging us, the future generation of the Bahamas, about the countless opportunities and doors available for our well-being. Mr. Campbell, on behalf of the graduating class of Grand Bahama Academy, we thank you for your services.
Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, and I quote, "Do not go where all the paths may lead. Go instead where there is no path or trail." End quote. Good afternoon. I am Byron Roberts, and I am beyond honored to stand before you today as valedictorian for Grand Bahama Academy's class of 2020 under the theme, Trailblazers Embarking on the Path to Success. I would like to thank the principal, staff, and representatives of Grand Bahama Academy's Seventh-day Adventist School, parents, family, and other supporters and well-wishers for joining us to celebrate this exuberant occasion in our lives. To have spoken at my primary school graduation as salutatorian here at Grand Bahama Academy some 6 years ago, and now as valedictorian for this high school graduation is indeed a privilege. It was at that time that I realized that my cheerleaders were not only my parents and sisters, but indeed a great educator, Miss Wellington, who was then my 6th grade teacher. She said, "Byron, you can do better. You missed valedictorian by 0.5, a point of a point." Her words stuck with me, and indeed became a part of my motivation to do my best. Thank you, Ms. Wellington. To my fellow classmates, our senior year has been very rough, unlike what we anticipated, from Hurricane Dorian to COVID-19. Yet, we stand here today, alive, well, and proud graduates. I thank each of you for the part that you played in my journey at Grand Bahama Academy. I could not have done it alone. We could not have done it alone. This moment is not about me alone, but rather, it is about all of us, our journey, our struggle, our successes. This moment is for us all to share. I have never met a group of people that could be funny, caring, committed, intelligent, trustworthy, and sometimes immature, all at the same time. I thank God for all of you daily. Though at times we bickered, our differences were put aside. We continue to grow together. There are so many stories I could stand here and tell you today about the class of 2020, but it would not be possible if we want this to end anytime today. For the past recent years of our lives at Grand Bahama Academy, our teachers and administrators have given us information and knowledge that has equipped and prepared us for our futures. They taught us respect for our parents, elders, and our fellow human beings, good morals and citizenship, the value of life, and reverence for our Creator. Some assignments given stretched what we thought were our limits. However, we broke those barriers and excelled, overcame, and completed. As we concentrate on enhancing our futures and setting examples for those who will follow us, let us make our efforts and our actions concise and deliberate to send clear messages. Let us be positive mentors to those who are to follow. As past alumni, we should be proud to defend and support our school. Let us continue to look out for one another and reach out when one of our own is in need. We are more than friends. We are family. We have the tools to visualize our tomorrow as a secure future. We have the tools to be productive citizens in our country. We have the tools to continue our education at a higher learning institute. We have the tools to continue our education at higher learning institutions. And we have the tools to be positive images of tomorrow. Therefore, let us remember that as we trailblaze the path to success, that there will be obstacles. But if we push and not give up, we shall overcome. As Winston Churchill once said, and I quote, Success is not final. Failure is not fatal, but rather it is courage to continue that counts. End quote. I would especially like to thank my parents, Barrington and Lucille Roberts, for their support in almost 18 years of my life. They ensured that I recognized God in everything that I did, and that I kept track in my life goals and studies. I cannot begin to imagine the sacrifices that they have made. Thank you. To my sisters Kenisha and Megan, I say thank you for those evenings filled with the no-nonsense rules when our parents were out at work or school. I would also like to extend a thank you to all the teachers and members of staff of Graham Academy for your support, dedication, and efforts in our high school journey. Particularly our homeroom teacher, Miss Peterkin, or Miss P as I like to call her. On countless occasions, Miss Peterkin has supported us even when nobody else did. Even though the Bahamas and indeed the world is facing the effects of COVID-19, in a matter of a few weeks, she along with others have organized what you see here today. We bombarded her with many different ideas as to how we could have a graduation that is as close to conventional as possible. Like a brave soldier, she shouldered the burden of presenting our ideas to the board. Ms. Peterkin, thank you. Class of 2020, let us strive for excellence, meet our goals, make our marks in the society, trailblaze the path to success, and most importantly, remember to put God first in everything that you do. I close with a quote from J.K. Rowling, and I quote, "We do not need magic to change the world. We carry all the power we need inside ourselves already. We have the power to imagine better." End quote. I love you all. Class of 2020 for life. Thank you.
Good afternoon to the administration, support staff, teachers, parents, guardians, and my fellow graduates. Today is a day that shall take refuge in each of our hearts and minds for years to come. We, the 2020 graduates of Bahama Academy, have only finished the first segment of our lives, and now we stand at the threshold of a new beginning. In the midst of this celebration, it would not be right, neither fair for us to even fail to remember those who truly played a major role in helping us reach this momentous occasion. Our teachers. With our robes on and our tassels and hats mounted on our heads, let us remember the teachers who have dedicated their time and efforts to get us to where we are today. From the first day each of us came to Bahama Academy, whether it be in primary, junior, high school, or even K3 and 4. Despite of what time we came in, you, our present and past teachers, have found some way to just touch each and every one of our lives. We've had primary and kindergarten school teachers like Mrs. Jervis, now Miss Bain, Miss Joe, Miss Rowe, Miss Ferguson, and Miss Johnson and Miss Wellington. These teachers took time to take care of us and train us, some even to the point we can say that they are our mothers away from home. Some of you have shaped and molded us into the mannerly young men and women that we are today. Not just mannerly, but young men and women who now understand and know the value of hard work. We've all worked so hard to nurture and instill the knowledge and the foundations that we so desperately needed. Then came our junior high teachers, our past math, literature, Spanish, PE, general science, and health science teachers. Each of you did a tremendous job in guiding and preparing us for high school. Oh, the trials were real. And most of all, God bless you all for the patience you have with us. Trust me, we were a handful. Equally important, we must thank our family life, English language, computer, business studies, history, and moreover, our music teacher who worked in the music department and with our school choir, allowing us to top the music section of National Arts last year. Nevertheless, if it were not for all of your ingenious class activities, fun projects, and interesting conversations, our class would not have been as enjoyable and memorable as they were. Moreover, let us not forget our Bible and civics teacher, Mr. Hammer. In other words, we call him the woke teacher. Our past and present high school science teachers. For example, Mr. Jones, Mr. Tappan, Mrs. Hannah, Mrs. Taylor, and Mr. Jervis, who was not only a biology teacher, but one of the many teachers that brought change to Bahama Academy, such as establishing the one and only chess club. Teachers, it is because of your charismatic demeanor and you all being quote unquote real teachers that made you the wonderful and well-rounded educators that we are so grateful for. Administrations such as Ms. Ramming and Ms. Arderly, we are sorry for always having to be ran out of the office almost 10 times a day. I can say we just enjoyed your company. Mrs. Johnson, number 1 and 2, sorry. And Mrs. Thompson, we thank you for the patience you have with us and for providing food for us daily. I can tell you my class could not get enough of those pizza pies. Finally, our current homeroom teacher, a teacher who has done more than enough. Like seriously, Mrs. Peterkin, we thank you. You deserve special recognition, even on the math battlefield and in dealing with our homeroom. When others gave up on us, you did, Ms. Peterkin. In the midst of a pandemic and the wake of Hurricane Dorian, you stuck through, Ms. Peterkin. Thank you. With all this have been said, we, the class of 2020, salute you. And on behalf of the class of 2020, we say this. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Life is like a big merry-go-round. You're up and then down, going in circles trying to get to where you are. Everybody's been counting you out, but where are they now? Sitting in the same old place, just faces in the crowd. We all make mistakes. You might fall on your face, but you gotta get up. I'd rather stand tall than live on my knees, 'cause I am a conqueror and I won't accept defeat. Try telling me no. One thing about me is I am a conqueror. I am a conqueror. Got a vision that no one else sees. A lot of dirty work, roll up your sleeves. Remember there's a war out there, so come prepared to fight. You never know where the road leads you. Not everyone's gonna believe you. And even though they're wrong, don't prove them right. I'd rather stand tall than live on my knees, 'cause I am a conqueror and I won't accept defeat. Try telling me no. One thing about me is I am a conqueror. I am a conqueror. Oh, ooh, yeah, yes. I am a conqueror. We all make mistakes. You might fall on your face, but you gotta get up. We all make mistakes. You might fall on your face. Don't ever give up. Ooh, can't live on my knees, 'cause I am a conqueror and I won't accept defeat. Try telling me no. See, one thing about me is I am a conqueror. your face. But I am a conqueror, yeah.
It is my distinct honor and privilege to present to you our 13 students who have successfully completed the requirements described by the Seventh Adventist Board of Education in conjunction with the Ministry of Education. Students will be presented with their diplomas and awards on the school grounds immediately after this virtual program. Our individual subject awards will be presented to students who have achieved the highest cumulative grade in each subject area. On behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff, I present to you the 2020 graduates. Graduates, you may turn your tassel to the left. Congratulations.